bro. DJ is melting with EG melting, man. Oh my god.
Search music for your next video? Then you need to check.
Yo, what up, what up? We're live, YouTube. How are we all doing? Hope you guys can navigate yourself through this horrible price action today. Look at that. Yeah, that's terrible. But we're gonna try to see if we can tape read something. So we're having conflicting biases, right? We're having conflicting biases because I see relative equal lows. I have a huge magnet here, just so price can go there a little bit faster. It didn't help, unfortunately. But the current situation, we're waiting for this because we have SMT on the highs, right, with EU, and the EU took the highs. So there could be smart money fingerprints in play over here. I still think we should go lower. Start of the day, this was my initial bias. We hit the breaker, right? Hit the breaker and then continue our path up. Why did I think that? Yesterday we were not ready. I was waiting for this fair value gap here, down here, all the way deep into discount. And we had some nice range projections lining up over here with Asia range and everything. But no lower time frame confirmation, so price dipped even lower. I would have preferred if we went into the volume imbalance here, right? But unfortunately we did not. But we did go into discount, which was the most important part, right? So now I see a Wednesday low of the week. If you go to the daily time frame, we're just accumulating right now. So if we are following market cycles, there should not be a reversal after accumulation. And we still have the market maker buy model on the 4-hour, right? This is the market maker buy model, smart money reversal down here, reaccumulation phase, another expansion, another reaccumulation phase. So I'm still seeing these highs as a target, but price action is a little bit unfavorable today, and we're gonna see if we can continue down lower. Now Euro GBP is tanking like crazy, which was also given out in the Telegram. If you guys follow the Telegram, make sure to follow it. The market maker sell model for Euro GBP. Alright, we did not clean these highs. This was my bias from Tuesday last week. Rate the highs, continue down lower. Here again, rate the highs, continue down lower. Then in this piece of price action, we rated the lows, so we should take out this high. That happened. Then Monday I sent this one in, go into the order block, and then continue down lower, which did not happen, unfortunately. But yeah, still bearish, right? So GU will be high resistance for sells. EU most likely will draw lower. We finally hit that 4-hour fair value gap as well, right? So yeah, should be good. So we're gonna see if we can tape read something. And I would prefer if Euro GBP flips around at some point. Probably after we take out previous daily low. Still more sell side. Right, yeah, that's looking very good for sell side right now. Okay, let me get to the YouTube chat. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit slow. Am I the MMXM trader? Yes, I'm the MMXM trader. Yes, that's me. You literally see the OTE trader on my tag. So no, I'm not the MMXM trader. What the heck, man? Okay, let's which pair should we watch? Let's just keep an eye on DXY for now. I'm gonna wait. This is the start of the new 4-hour as well, right? For EU and GU. So we just sprinted up on DXY at the start of it, so we need to be patient. After seeing you take that GU trade today, I'm your biggest fan. Nice play. Did I post a GU play today? Yesterday, maybe. I think you mean yesterday. Do you use the next day model? No, I use not specifically the next day model. I use what I see on my chart and the market structure. I prefer breakers. Yeah, I use, if you watched my latest video about time frame alignment, that is a very good way to see if you can get into the right direction of your order flow. But you really need to tape read or really practice your daily bias, because higher time frame will always be king. And I have certain set of rules, right? I don't want to sell below daily opening price, New York midnight. I don't want to buy above New York midnight, right? That kind of stuff. Can I? Yes, you can unmute. How to yeah. How to determine the opening of the week correctly after New York midnight on Monday? No, I just use the weekly opening candle. Hello OT, is there a range of how you mark your range? What kind of range? How are you not the MMXM trader when you have the same voice as the guy who made the MMXM traders? Yeah. Maybe I narrated it. Maybe. Oh, go back. Let's go to oil. Let's see how that one looks like. Right, so if you guys follow the Telegram, you guys know I'm in an oil buy from here, and from here. And right now we're looking to continue up higher. Why? We don't necessarily have to go below daily opening price today, New York midnight, because everything has been rebalanced already in this area. Now market structure is not allowing us again to dive into this area here, which could still get rebalanced. But again, market structure is not allowing us to go that deep, so we should just continue from the next PD array, which is this 1 hour fair value gap, which is in discount of the range, because from this last swing low here until this swing high, we are in discount. We can also use this one, but this is actually where the display, the move up happened from, so I like to use this area, right? You can use sell side of the curve for entry on buy side of the curve, right? So we have the buy side liquidity up here, and we should see no dip lower. Again, right now we're holding all the arrays. Let me remove this one. Right, we have this order block here. Let's make this blue so we know it's from the other side of the curve. Right, so now we're creating these 3 down close candles, so price should not exceed below this low anymore, and price should just get propelled up higher. Can I please look Nasdaq? I will check in a bit. Let me see to check how to join the Discord. You can look in my Telegram if you want to join. Look at how that displaces up higher, right? After we created these 3 down close candles, right? So a new range has been formed over here, and we should form a new dealing range again. So ideally, we propel through this high with some speed. So we'll see how that develops. See what is DXY doing. Going up as expected. DXY is not too clean right now, so makes me not really want to watch this specifically. Nonetheless, if you go to the 1 hour, it's pretty clear this breaker is holding right now, and we should go at least into premium of this range, right? So if we draw out our current range, which is this, we can drive into premium areas where there's still imbalances left to get repriced into. Show your GU trade today. My GU trade today? Which one? Which GU trade? You mean yesterday or no? Pranav? Where was the DMR for oil? What is DMR? Oh, SMR. I guess he means SMR. Where was the smart money reversal for oil? Which time frame? Because if you're talking about the market maker model, you also need to time frame. Sorry, my thoughts got slowed down. Right, so let me see. We are the fact that we're displacing up higher is pretty good. Yeah, this should just go down. Look, it has to go down. Why? Because we have this fat magnet down here and equal lows, right? So that's the only trajectory. Now, but basically, if you look at how the candles are closing, in this exact CE of the fair value gap here, for me that's telling that they wanna drive it down lower. There's clearly a level here which is being respected, and there's SMT on the highs as well, which makes it even more probable that it should go down. It's just very messy delivery, so it's not a clean area to get in anywhere unless we see some better price action. And obviously Euro GBP makes it a high resistance asset at the moment. And also I expect Euro USD not retracing too much this session. If it does, it's just high resistance market conditions. And basically why? Because we have already balanced price here. This wick makes this area also balanced, so why would we want to return back in here, right? Let's look at the 1 hour. We do have a fair value gap here, but ideally I don't really want to see price go there. Especially because we got this bearish candle or bullish candle here as well. Alright, let's look at indices. I'm not an indices trader myself, so I never trade Nasdaq or ES. So currently we're just repricing into areas, and you have to wait on a lower time frame to see if there's an indication we want to trade lower from this area. Right? I can see this potentially being attacked later in the session. We have equity open in 15 minutes, right? But yeah, you really want to have your time frames aligned with each other before you want to short or long anything. Yeah, so DXY is looking pretty high resistance right now to me, so I would still advise avoiding dollar pairs, right? Hey, your GJ trade is running nicely. YG.
Me no. Good trade.
Yeah, you held for the whole London session. Holy shit. I would
Good job.
lose so many brain cells. I would just put an alert. Probably.
I pat myself on the back.
Yeah, you should. That's amazing.
I told you, man, only with GJ I can do this.
Can I check USD CAD market maker buy model? Yes, I agree with the market maker buy model. But price action is a really choppy right now, so I do agree with that market maker buy model, yes. So yeah, let's see if there is some displacement. Well, we need displacement to work with price action. Back to oil, maybe that's better. Got my bias wrong for oil today. I was fortunate that all the bearish PDRAs kept getting disrespected. What was your bias? Were you long or short? Because I'm very bullish on oil. Can you confirm if we are creating a breakaway gap with a BPR on the hourly on EU? Yeah, I think it's likely we're gonna see a breakaway gap here. But Let's see, what is this price level? 8811. No, it hasn't developed enough price action right now to make that a breakaway gap. So it can still go in here. It can still do that. Yep, for sure. But obviously we want to have heavy price action, so we remove this gaps. Where am I from? I am from the Netherlands, man. Can I look at gold? I don't like trading gold, man, honestly. This pair is crazy. I had this one marked out that this could be a potential play. For now, looks like we're gonna form that manipulation, but I can definitely see lower prices. But I don't wanna engage on this. No, sir. Okay, let's keep an eye on this, man. This is looking great for downside. Very choppy at the start over here, the start of the kill zone, but right now we might see a fingerprint coming. I talked earlier before I went live on YouTube that this wick created by news oftentimes will just get revisited again after a while because it's accumulating liquidity or generating liquidity. So this is just chopping everyone up with the news release, and then this will get revisited. Can you prove you're not a market maker trader? Why? Why is it so important? Is it so hard to believe that somebody narrated somebody's course because they like how I explain things? Is that really hard to believe? Why would I create 2 different accounts? So much work for what?
I am the MMX champion.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yes, YG, it's you.
It is me. I am he.
Suppose there's a 4-hour fair value gap. When price comes and taps that 4-hour fair value gap in 15-minute lower time frame, can we look for an entry using PD arrays? Yes, why not? Depends on what you're targeting. You need to have a whole narrative and a whole framework. Right? You can't just enter on any PD array because it hits something and you think it goes in that direction. You want to see an area where you have a clear pool of liquidity. So for me, that would be, I can see a nice liquidity down here. Obviously, it doesn't have to go there because we also have a lot of liquidity up here, right? So there's conflicting biases over here. That's why it's kind of hard to read right now where we might go. I would still say sell side because of the time of the week. It is Thursday, and we traded up on Monday. Took out all Monday's buyers and then potentially creating a high of the week on Wednesday. So it could be a Wednesday reversal, midweek reversal profile. And because we broke structure again on the 1 hour over here and are unwilling to take out these highs, that makes me believe we could target these lows, right? So that would be the narrative I would be painting over here. Now the bodies are respecting the CE of the fair value gap, which is also good to see. If this candle closes below this bullish candle, I'm convinced we should go at least into this imbalance down here and attack these lows. You were bearish on oil, previous monthly high sweep, expecting a retrace into a higher time frame discount. I mean that's not a wrong, it's not a wrong thought process, because you're going from external to internal. That is the narrative, right? USD cat bias, bullish. Phi buff Gork. That's my bias. You love my voice? Thank you, sir. If you need any audiobooks read for you, you can hit me up. For a fee, of course. Tell me, how do you do high probable scalp time frame, like 2 minute, 3 minute? I don't scalp on the 2 and 3 minute or the 1 minute. I like to use 15-minute PD arrays as an entry. 5 minutes at the minimum. I can use the 1 minute to see if we have like an early indication that we might flip order flow, but I would never enter off a 1 minute PD array. Not never, but not consistently at least. Yo, ferocious trader, how are you, man? When I use the 1 minute time frame to enter a trade, most of the time a stop loss gets hit or I'm missing the trade. Look, I'll give you an example. I will post a little, after this trade is done, I will post a clip how I entered this trade. My co-host YG called out oil buys on, when was it, Tuesday? Because it was in a nice discount area.
4 hour maybe.
Yeah, 4 hour. So we're having a 4 hour discount array, right? Over here. So that's a higher time frame level. If you go to the 1 minute, all the way back, right? So we waited for the 1 minute to flip bullish, right? So over here we're breaking structure, not taking out this high yet, dipping back into this inverse gap, right? And then at that point in time I said to YG, if the 5 minute closes above the fair value gap it just left behind, where is it? Over here. I said if we close above this fair value gap, because this one in my opinion should have been respected for continued downside, I will enter. So I entered when we closed above, right over here.
And
but
I said, fuck it, I mean.
yeah, I said fuck it, let's go. But where did I put my stop loss? Can I adjust it? Yeah. See, I entered over here. And then I went to the 4 hour and I was like, where should we definitely not go? Yo, it's too tight. Shit. Hold on. It needs to be wider. Otherwise the 4 hour candle doesn't see it. So over here, right? I still put my stop loss down here. Somewhere there, yeah, down here. Why? Because it could still rate this low one more time in this fair value gap, because this fair value gap was not fully priced in, right? So it could still do that one more time. And I don't want to be, if you put your stop loss on the 1 minute low, which you expect to not to get rated, right? And it happens and then it goes up, you will just be mad. So I like to use a little bit of margin of error for my trades. And that's it basically. Yo, Fabi, what up? How was your pair today? That is it, GJ? No, I don't trade GJ today. I thought the structure looked pretty horrible, so I was not interested. Alright, we're gonna range on this one, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing is US oil. So if you want to see the higher time frame perspective, right? This is the target, right? But I will close around here, because once it hits the mean threshold of these candles, it could also just be a retracement, a deeper retracement and the rejection block as well. So I don't want to full hold until this highs, right? So that's my plan. Am I in any trades? Yes, in oil. Split into 3 different positions. Right, this one here. Oops. This one here, and this one here. And also again here, I entered on the 1 hour order block, right? Expecting continuation, but I still put my stop loss below here. Why? Because we can dig deeper into this order block again, and maybe in the next day, which it did actually, and left equal lows behind. So there was a close call because this one was actually break even, but the scale in was down here. So, and then again I entered here because we had a 1 hour block again and a 30-minute volume imbalance. So it looked like a very good discount area to buy again, and so I did. So nothing based off the 1 minute over here, just a 30-minute 1 hour PD array, aiming for a higher time frame target, which is the daily highs. So many pairs, how do you filter them? Basically, if DXY is not clear, I will look at the futures and see which one is weak or which one is strong. And then I will base off my trades from that. So last week I saw weakness for the AUD futures and the CAT futures. Right, CAT futures did not complete the market maker sell model yet, but AUD did. That's why I bought. If you can go back in the Telegram, I bought GBP AUD, and the trade is on my Twitter as well. If you haven't or you are not following the Twitter, it's in the description, I think. Let me see. Where can I check the description? Over here. Yeah, let me update that. Only high resistance markets right now, guys. Yeah, we should remain within this down close candle. Honestly, we should not exceed this. I don't want to see price go below this. I don't want candles to close below this area. We can dip a little bit in it again, but ideally we just move away from it. Following you from Paris, mate. Really like your job. More top-down analysis fit coming, please. I can think about it, yeah. When do we identify low probability conditions before it happens? Even the calendar had news. That's a good question, actually. Let me say this, because this for me works. If the previous session was a large expansion, the next session is likely to consolidate or be more high resistance, right? So use that as a framework. See how we're moving nicely away from this down close candle? And we should just continue our path up. It's equity open as well. Let's see what the indices are doing. Oh, we hit that imbalance, right? Which we marked out earlier. Now let's see if we're aligning time frames. 1 minute is going bearish, right? Because we're not respecting any bullish fair value gaps or down close candles anymore. So we know 1 minute is bearish. 5 minutes, I mean, if it closes this deep, then we can assume it is bearish as well. 15 minute is currently still bullish. That's why you need to wait for market structure to develop, right? We need more 5-minute candles to see if it allows us to continue down. Like if you short right now, yes, it can keep continuing down, but let's say it doesn't want to raid these lows yet, and it stops over here and it starts to retrace again. Now you're in over here and it starts to go against you, right? That's why you want to wait for that market structure to develop. Right, so I would still expect price to retrace a little bit. We just opened up, right? I would anticipate it not going deeper or not going higher than this area. If we do respect this area over here, that 1 hour fair value gap, right? Then this would have been the soup. Right, that we cleared out these highs. And now we wait for market structure to develop, right? We don't chase price. We need to see what kind of price action are we working with. So price can retrace back into this breaker, right? If there's zero reaction at all in this breaker, not interested, right? So this is the current dealing range. Now we're reaching into a premium level. And let's keep an eye on this, see how this develops. So slight touch on the breaker. The market structure I always prefer is now we're doing this, right? Leaving that high behind and then rate that high one more time and then start to close below this candle over here, and then there should be opportunity right over here, especially if there's a fair value gap formed here. GU is moving. Yes, and oil is still going up as well. Right, so we need to wait for more structure. We need to wait for a swing high to get formed in this breaker. And ideally we run that high one more time. And then I can say with more confidence we're going into sell side of the curve. Now if it's so heavy that it wants to reach for sell side, it doesn't have to rate this high one more time and it will just stomp down. But I prefer that type of market structure, right? So let's keep an eye on this. Let me see. Let me get to the Discord chat real quick, because I'm missing everything. GU good to short in the 5-minute OB. Let me set this one up for GU. I mean, it's very choppy wolf, so I would not touch this pair right now. But it should still deliver lower, as I am bullish on DXY. But yeah, you can see how everything is chopping or immediate rebalancing every candle straight up without leaving any displacement behind, right? Nasdaq, back to this one, yeah. Right, so let's see. Let's see if we can form something, right? And if this market structure does not get confirmed, right, we can run this high one more time. And that's why you wait. So this swing high over here is formed pretty high up in the range, right? So if we run this high again, it makes it for me a little bit less probable that we're forming some nice structure, right? Because ideally you want to have that swing high around the equilibrium of the range. And if we form that swing high that high up, it's probably not gonna rate that high and just continue to displace lower. ES needs to take the high first. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah, we did on US30, not on Nasdaq did as well, but we could create SMT over here. So let's see where we are on ES. Yes, it also tapped this fair value gap, right? So it's in the same type of fair value gap as Nasdaq. And this one is in discount still, but it could be a turtle soup over here to continue down. Right, so what would be very lovely if we get one bullish candle and then the candle after that one displaces away. Then I can say this breaker is super good right now, and we're just gonna continue our path down, right? So let's see if we can form a bullish candle here. So because this high is that high up in the range right now, I don't want that high to get rated, right? If we do, then I'm not too confident we're gonna run lower. See how we're still waiting, right? We're not rushing into a breaker right now, just because it broke structure. We need more structure formed for me to be confident that this high will hold, right? You don't need to get into the low risk cell of the market maker model. Get into the first leg or the second leg. Both are fine. Let's see the time. It is 9:38. Let's look at the 5-minute. A little bit slow right now. It's fine. GU 15 minutes starts to look good. Oh, why am I on double Nasdaq? Let's go to GU. Yeah, if GU closes below these two up close candles, then I would say, even though it's super high resistance, we should still deliver lower, honestly. And it's so high resistance DXY, it's not even fun anymore. Not too much news anymore today, because at 10 AM we have some medium impact, but that's not really big news. Right, so we're still waiting for market structure to develop over here, right? No rushing. You shorted ES on the 1 minute, wasn't the best idea. I mean, it could still work out. I just personally prefer to have more structure. Right, we have a new 5-minute candle coming up. Now if we close below this candle, we have an early indication. We need to close below here and have displacement. That is important right now. If we do not do that, that is not bearish yet. Are you only see 4-hour and 1-hour chart? Do you see higher time frame PDRA? I don't understand the question, sorry. So we don't immediately enter at the breaker? What exactly are we waiting for? Market structure, my friend. Market structure. We are waiting for market structure. Because in essence, if we are going in a market maker sell model, then the entry over here would be a low risk sell from the market maker model, which is a riskier entry than waiting for confirmation of sell side of the curve. Hello.
I'm salty, I partial.
Yeah, is it going down hard?
Nein.
Ich gönn nicht.
Ich gönn nicht.
Yeah, looks like there's a lot of sell side, but You know, we're not salty about partials because we bank.
We are not. I'm not salty about closing point. Yeah. Yeah. No.
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 See, kijk, I said kijk, that's like watch in Dutch, but I mean, look. How annoyed you're getting right now if you entered on the breaker and you see this continuously doing this, right? There's no sensitivity on the breaker. So that makes for a little bit of lower probability situation. We need some displacement to work with. This closure, it did close below, but it's not convincing, right? We need, if we close below, we want to see the next 3 candles. We want to see that form displacement afterwards. So we can assume we formed the low risk cell over here. Right, so the displacement will confirm as a fingerprint, right, that we're going to go down. If it does not displace, I would still not be interested. Sure, check market maker buy model in USD CAD. Yeah, I know there's a market maker buy model. Let's see if we form a fair value gap. It doesn't look like it wants to do that. What's ES doing? It's also going down. Right, so it's looking okay right now for sell side of the curve. Right, so what you can do is like put a check mark over here. A bearish array has been respected. But how slow it moves right now makes it, for me, it does interest me right now. Yes, we want displace and have a fair value gap. Exactly, that's what we want. Kijken, niet aanraken. If at all, let's see, let 15 minutes, if we leave this gap open here, that would be a good indication. If we now form a displacement below this candle, I can say confidently this is probably the high for now. The only thing that worries me a little bit is that we just only went down from 930. But what are we reaching for, right? That's the question. I can see a lot of sell side down here. Scrolling to the time frame, see where we ideally don't go back into. And closure below this candle is good. We should see some speed coming up. If we don't see speed, it's going to be a slow delivery. What's ES doing? ES went pretty high. So we have SMT here, and we have SMT here. So let's say these candles start closing above here again. And then we know we are in a high resistance market, and I would just avoid it, honestly. Look at GU. Yeah, GU is still going down. That's good. This is a higher time frame play. If you want to trade this, I wouldn't trade this on a 1 minute or a 5 minute. I would just enter on the CE on the 1 hour, put my stop loss above this candle here to have some room, because that's still like only a 18 pip stop loss, and you're targeting these lows, which is 90 pips deep, right? So the RR is really good. So don't be greedy with your stop loss, just that you put it just above the high of the fair value gap. Just put it at a PDRA, which is this order block here, right above the mean threshold of the order block, where you don't want price to see go at all. Right? Stop greeding with your stop loss. Yeah, so this is not displacing at all, right? So makes it really hard to trade. If you're an order block trader, maybe you could do it, but this for me is indication of it's a high risk or high resistant piece of price action. Peter Pete. Stupid spammers, one of the worst chats I have ever seen. Yeah, who's spamming? I have to read 2 chats at the same time. If you spam, where's my mod? Where's my moderator?
Hey. Where's the spammer? Sorry, I was in Discord. I'll go through it. This guy.
Pay the modo. See, now we're not even displacing, so we're still waiting. For me, there was nothing indicating that we could potentially look for a sell trade. We have one bearish array being respected. We close below here, but without any displacement, you can't really work with it, right? So that's where patience is very key.
You're that far behind on the chat.
Tanya is shorting Nasdaq. Yeah, I see it as well, but I don't see any displacement right now where we can work with. But I like the target. If she's targeting these lows down here, I like it. But I don't see any displacement where I can work with. I like to see at least a fair value gap on the lower time frame, which is not offering right now. So that makes me believe we're gonna go back into the range here. See, this is what I mean, and now it's going back up into the range because we had 0 displacement here. Makes it high resistance. So that's why I'm not interested. The patience, man, patience. What's oil doing? I haven't paid attention. Yeah, this one is still going up, right? Still good. The oil seems the only one that looks favorable to trade, honestly. Use the CHF market maker buy model. I mean, if it follows DXY, yeah, I agree. NQ is bullish and the 5 minute is bullish, so I think we go up. I'm not too sure if we go up, man. It can still go down. This breaker is indicating we can go into sell side of the curve. For me, just there is no displacement to work with, so it makes it high resistance liquidity. So that's something you don't wanna play with, in my opinion. You're a bit confused on short NQ as higher time frame is showing bullish, no? Yeah, yes, exactly. That is still a possibility, but we reached a premium area in this range, right? So price is likely to seek discount before returning up again. So that is the narrative we're working with. Let me remove this one and this one as well. We can see a rate on this high right now, which is something I like to see. If we now displace lower, I think we should be good to go down. So we potentially form a new range to trade. It is almost end of the hour as well. So what I like to see, this is what I always do in my mind. Now we have this hourly candle, right? The start of the new hourly candle, if there is some displacement above us, I'd like to see the hourly candle reach into that displacement. That would be the manipulation phase of the 1 hour candle, right? The power of 3, and then continue down lower. Right, so let's see if we can form displacement before the new hourly candle opens up. And then I would expect that hourly candle to trade higher, back into an imbalance, and then stop loss above the breaker should be just fine. Hello OTE, hi Million Block. You're very late today? Yes, you are late, man. The markets are really desynced as well right now, which makes me a little bit wary. Because Nasdaq is going down, but ES and US30 are both going up, right? So who is lying? And what is DXY doing? See, also no, there's so high resistance right now. GU just reversing. Yeah, GU is being moved by Euro GBP at the moment. This one goes down, Euro GBP will just go up. Why? Because DXY is consolidating right now, or not moving at all. See, again, no displacement, right? So nothing to work with. What a shame. I was hoping for some displacement so we could see some proper price action. How far do you see GU retracing? GU is something you should avoid right now. But I would still anticipate it would remain within this news candle. So if we are bearish, we should not exceed these highs because we already created SMT on it, right? So we're waiting for US30 to reach a premium level. Maybe that would work out. And then if this one reverses from premium, it is finally ready to pull down the other two. Okay, so we have 4 minutes. So if we form some displacement right now, that would be lovely. Otherwise, it's just not a piece of price action I would play with. And honestly, we should be able to form some displacement right now. Suhaib Ishmasil, I already answered your question, man. So right, so now we're forming displacement. So now we have some good indication, right? So let us close somewhere down here, then I would expect if we run up with the new hourly candle, that we run up, fill this up, and then continue down lower. That's what I would expect. So the breaker trade could have still worked out, but for me it was a little bit risky. A little bit risky. Oh. Right, we can also form a swing high here, and then with the new hourly candle, rate that little swing high, and then continue down lower. That looks like a good play, honestly. Okay, let's wait for the new hourly candle to open, which is in 25 seconds. Right, hourly candle opens up, we run up. A little bit higher, maybe we can fill in completely this gap. Right, exceeding the gap right now. We need to wait where the body closes. If the body closes within this range, we can see another run lower. Right, that looks good. Closing below the gap, right? That's a good indication. If this next 1 minute candle doesn't exceed this high, we should be able to form a swing high over here, and then we should see another displacement down. If it exceeds the high, then we still need to wait. We really want the bodies to close inside this gap. Right, so swing high formed. So now we should see displacement lower. Let's see, what is ES doing? These two are making it a little bit suspicious over here. Not gonna lie, because this is not going anywhere right now. But yeah, we should see a fair value gap formed in the next 2-3 minutes. So it's not really displacing away, right? So it makes it a little bit sketchy. Give it one more candle. Ideally, we would have wanted to see that candle close below this one. Maybe the next one can do it. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's nice. Nice delivery like that. So now I would expect speed to take over, right? We're passing around 50% of this level, so we should see massive candles coming in. Are new ICT traders welcome in your group? Yes, of course. Just make sure that at least you've watched the 2022 mentorship from ICT, and also a little bit of core content wouldn't hurt. Because, yeah, that's good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff on ICT's YouTube. See how we get a massive candle after this one? Now, ideally this candle doesn't go all the way back into the fair value gap. And we should... if we can leave a breakaway gap, that would be even better. But it looks like it wants to go for an immediate rebalance. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I would have preferred if there was a fair value gap formed here. Because we tap discount right now, right? So we can also reverse. So if, let's say, the 1 minute starts to close above this bullish candle here. If you are in from the fair value gap, I would manage risk, honestly. Yeah, the immediate rebalance is very sketchy, especially if you look at these pairs, and we have massive SMT on the lows as well. But we didn't close above this candle yet, so we could still go down from here. Just the other two pairs make me, or the other two indices make me a little bit wary. We can go above this fair value gap again. Right, so currently for me, doesn't really make sense that we're going back into this fair value gap. So if I was in from here, I would just exit straight up and then wait for another opportunity, or just sit on your hands for the rest of this piece of price action. I like to be in a quick movement like that, right? There should have been a fair value gap formed here if we were bearish, and right now again high resistance liquidity. Right, so now we close above this one. We give it one more candle. If this dips into this candle here and starts to trade up again, I can definitely see it go all the way into these highs again. So let's give it a minute. We are having a new 5-minute candle. This is still looking good for downside, so let's give it a minute. 15-minute, yeah, we tapped this 15-minute order block as well in discount. So if the directional bias is wrong, right, let's say this sell side will not get attacked and rather we're gonna go for our all-time highs again, then this is probably the area where we will reverse from. Yeah, so that's not looking too good, right? We're still closing above, so I would definitely exit if you were in from here. Looks like we're a bullish order flow right now, so that's how you can manage the trade, right? Let's say you're in from here. If I saw this happen, that would be a good indication to partial, or at least go break even, you know? Let's see what the others are doing. Is GU still moving? Yeah, slow delivery. Very slow markets today. And US oil. US oil leaving a lot of buy side again here. So this probably just an AMD, right? Small little accumulation into manipulation, then continuing up higher. 5 minutes for value gap as well. Right, so we are in high resistance liquidity markets. Nothing is moving with displacement. So for me, that indicates I will wrap this stream up. Sorry that there's not too good of price action to tape read right now, guys. So make sure to follow the Telegram. The link is in the description. Also my Twitter, make sure to follow. I also have a Discord. If you like to join that, you can look for that in the Telegram. There's a link there where you can sign up. And otherwise, just stay safe today. It's very choppy, very choppy. Maybe PM session is better. But for now, I wish you all a great day, guys. And until the next live stream.